Hello and welcome to Sports 360 Degree on DD India, your weekly dose of all the major sporting events making headlines across the globe. Today we will unravel the latest twist in the Premier League title race and explore how football fared throughout 2023 and also delve into the details of India's defeat in the first test match against South Africa at Centurion and anticipate Nadal's comeback at the Brisbane International. We will also provide a comprehensive overview of India's sporting landscape in 2023, highlighting both triumphs and challenges. But first up, the cover story you're tracking this week. In the ever-shifting drama of the Premier League, the title race resembles a turbulent narrative with unexpected twist. Tottenham's blazing start under coach Ange Postecoglou in October set the stage, but November saw Man City stumble, creating a mini-crisis with just one win in 6 games. Arsenal, despite numerous chances against West Ham, couldn't reclaim the top spot. And this leaves the title race in EPL wide open. The Premier League title race has taken another twist. In October, Tottenham Hotspur came flying out of the traps to top the table under new manager Ange Postecoglou. Then in November, Man City were threatening to run away with it before finding themselves in a mini-crisis after just one win in 6 games. And now by Arsenal's defeat by West Ham United prevented the Gunners from returning to the top, it seems as though nobody is capable of really taking control at the summit. And it's like a déjà vu situation for Arsenal. Liverpool lead the way with 42 points, with 5th place Tottenham Hotspur are just 6 points off top spot. But Arsenal can have little to complain about as they had numerous chances to score against West Ham, which they failed to take. They did not convert any of their 30 shots while they had 77 touches in opposition box, the most on record since 2008-09 in a Premier League match for a team who failed to score. Arteta's men have scored fewer goals so far this season than title rivals Liverpool, Aston Villa and Man City, and their top scorer is Bukayo Saka with just 5. In contrast, Man City's Erling Haaland already has 14 and Liverpool's Mo Salah has 12. Well, Bowen has scored more goals than the combined total of 3 Arsenal attackers who lined up against West Ham. While Spurs remain just 6 points off top spot and 1 point of the Champions League places, 2 months ago, they were flying with 26 points from their opening 10 matches. Fast forward 9 games, they have only picked up 10 more points and they have fallen away significantly. Meanwhile, Pep Guardiola's Man City are looking to become the first side to win 4 Premier League titles on the bounce. They have a track record of coming on strong in the second half of the season. Only twice in the Premier League history, 1992-93 and 96-97, has the gap between the first and the 5th place been smaller on 28 December. So, are we set for a classic title race? Sports Desk, DD India. Year 2023 in the world of soccer, from Manchester City completing the coveted treble to Spain winning the FIFA Women's World Cup to Messi bagging the top honours. Here's a look on the year gone by in the world of football.
Lionel Messi and Aitana Bombati bagged top honours of world football with the 2023 Ballon d'Or honours. Messi takes home the award as the best football player of the season for a record-extending 8 time after leading Argentina to their first World Cup title since 1986. Bonmati won the Women's World Cup 2023 with Spain and also won the Golden Ball award in the tournament. She won the La Liga title with Barcelona last season, along with the Women's Champions League, where she was Player of the Season. Manchester City bagged the Men's Club of the Year award. It won the coveted treble last season, the Premier League, the FA Cup and the UEFA Champions League crown. City has won the award for the second time on the trot. Striker Erling Haaland, with 56 goals for City and Norway, wins the Gerd Müller Trophy for scoring the most number of goals in all competitions. FC Barcelona wins the Women's Club of the Year award. Last season, it won the La Liga for the 8th time and the Champions League title for the 2nd time. Indian football had its moments under the sun. They won the SAF Cup, getting the better of Kuwait. They won the Under-16 and Under-19 SAF Championships and followed it up by qualifying for the 2024 AFC Asian Cup. This year has seen many ups and downs for world football. The Premier League may have topped the charts for the biggest individual fees paid for footballers in 2023. But some of the biggest names in the game moved from Europe to uncharted territories in the Middle East and North America. Saudi Arabia's entry to the big-name transfer began with a move that brought Cristiano Ronaldo to the Middle East and opened the door for movers and shakers to deep dive. While Lionel Messi made a shock hop across the Atlantic to the United States.
Now shifting focus to tennis, former tennis world number one Rafael Nadal will return at the Brisbane International, the warm-up event for the Australian Open 2024. The 20-time Grand Slam champion has not played a competitive match since bowing out in the second round of this year's Australian Open when hampered by a hip flexor problem. Almost a year after his last match, former world number one Rafael Nadal will return to the courts in Brisbane this week ahead of the Australian Open, what is likely to be his final season. Nadal has not played since his defeat in the second round of the Australian Open last January as he struggled with a hip injury during the tournament he won in 2009 and 2022.
I think I am ready and I trust and hope that things go well and that it gives me the opportunity to enjoy myself on the court. It's been a long time, so I hope first of all to feel again those nerves, that illusion, those fears, those doubts. I expect from myself not to expect anything. This is the truth, to have the ability not to demand myself what I have demanded myself throughout my career. I believe I am in a different moment, in a different situation and in an explored terrain.
He has been overtaken in the number of Grand Slam tournaments won by Serbian world number one Novak Djokovic, who has now 24 major titles.
I have internalized what I have had throughout my life, which is to demand myself the maximum. And right now, what I really hope is to be able not to do that, not to demand me the maximum, to accept that things are going to be very difficult at the beginning and to give myself the necessary time and forgive myself if things go wrong at the beginning, which is a very big possibility. But knowing that there may be a not too distant future which things can change if I keep the illusion and the spirit of work and the physique response to me, without any doubt.
Beyond the quest for trophies, Nadal will overall seek to experience a season without injury, which have been recurring in recent years. Nadal, who has won 92 titles, should experience an intense final season with the Grand Slams and the Olympic Games, where he won singles gold in Beijing in 2008 and doubles gold in Rio in 2016. Sports Desk, DD India. The marquee tournaments of tennis, the Grand Slams, begin with the Australian Open in Melbourne on January 15 and wrap up with the US Open final on September 8. Here are the dates and the venues of the 4 showpiece tournament in 2024.
The Grand Slam tennis tournaments in 2024 kick off with the Australian Open in Melbourne on Jan 15th and wrap up with the US Open final on September 8th. Here are the dates and venues of the 4 marquee tournaments. The 112th edition of the Australian Open will be played between Jan 15 to 28th at the Melbourne Park. Novak Djokovic is the defending men's singles champion, while Aryna Sabalenka won the women's singles crown in 2023. French Open is the second Grand Slam of the year. The 128th edition of the clay court major will be played at the Roland Garros in Paris from May 26 to June 9th. Novak Djokovic clinched the title last year. In the women's singles, world number one Iga Swiatek of Poland is the 2-time defending champion. The penultimate Grand Slam of the year, Wimbledon, takes place 3 weeks after Roland Garros. The 137th edition of the Grass Major, also known as the Championship, is scheduled from July 1st to 14th, where the defending champions are Carlos Alcaraz and Margareta Vondrousova. The final major of the year, the US Open, begins in New York on August 26th and concludes on September 8th. The men's and women's singles champion at the 143rd edition at the Flushing Meadows on hard courts in 2023 were Novak Djokovic and Coco Gauff, respectively. As the new year ushers in, sports enthusiasts would hope for mouth-watering contest on the tennis courts. Bureau Report, DD India.
Now shifting focus to cricket, Indian batting lineup failed up to its billing as the visitors lost the first test against South Africa by an innings and 32 runs in Centurion. South African bowlers ran through the Indian batting lineup to claim victory inside 3 days and ensure their proud home record against the tourists remains intact. India's abysmal run on the overseas tour continues as South Africa bowlers run through the Indian batting lineup to claim a victory by an innings and 32 runs in the first test match at Centurion. The hosts bundled out visitors for modest 131 in their second innings after South Africa had scored 408 runs in their first innings, taking a lead of the 163 runs at Centurion. The exalted Indian batting lineup collapsed as debutant Nandre Berger took 4 wickets, Marco Jansen 3 and Kagiso Rabada 2. Only Virat Kohli provided some resistance with 76 runs. South Africa had begun the day with 11-run lead on 256 for 6, with Dean Elgar moving from 140 to 185. He and Marco Jansen put on 111-run partnership for the 6th wicket. Jansen was 84 not out, his highest test score. The test started with India losing wickets in heaps as Rabada and debutant Berger troubled them with their seam movement. The only fighter in the first innings was KL Rahul, who scored a magnificent 100 to help India get to 245 in the first innings. With only 2 tests being played, South Africa cannot lose the series and remain the only country where India have yet to win an away series. India has lost last 5 test matches in South Africa, England, New Zealand and Australia. There is some help for the Pacers. In 2023, India lost to South Africa by an innings and 32 runs and Australia by 209 runs. In 2022, India's performance was no better. They lost to England and South Africa by 7 wickets. Sports Desk, DD India. Now we talk about what happened in the world of cricket in 2023. A lot of events happened in the world of cricket in year 2023, from West Indies failing to qualify for the World Cup for the first time in their history to India's heartbreak in the showpiece event. We take a quick look on the year gone by in the world of cricket.
Year 2023 can best be described as a tectonic year with radical changes for women's cricket in India. The year that started with the inaugural T20 World Cup in South Africa ended with 2 back-to-back tests, and the inaugural edition of Women's Premier League in India put women on the centre stage in world cricket. More audience per match, more eyeballs on the women's game and more new faces followed. After that watershed moment, the bilateral series took over. In the Women's Ashes series, the one-off test saw the result after 8 years when Australia defeated England. The boards and other stakeholders are now understanding the value of standing behind the women's game. Moving to the men's world of cricket, India, high on that big win in the Asia Cup, won 10 matches on the trot in the World Cup they hosted, but were unable to make it count in the final that mattered most in the Narendra Modi Cricket Stadium. It started with the World Test Championship and World Cup final, Australia on both occasions getting the better of India in white and colour clothing. Pat Cummins leading the Aussies to victory from the brink of exit is the standout performance of the year. England failed to defend the World Cup but managed to salvage pride, bouncing back from 0-2 to 2-2 in the Ashes series. Asian neighbours Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Afghanistan played well in patches but were not consistent in the year. West Indies caused the biggest surprise by failing to qualify for the World Cup for the first time. New Zealand once again continued to shine, and though they failed to reach the final in the World Cup, the Kane Williamson-led team walk into 2024 with hope and faith to bounce back stronger. Cricketainment or IPL in India saw Chennai get the better of Gujarat in the final. MS Dhoni-led team got the better of Hardik Pandya-led team in the final for their 5th crown. The year 2024 has the T20 World Cup being played in the US and West Indies island. Cricket getting an Olympic debut has pushed uncharted territories open for the sport, and expanding horizons is just the right beginning for the gentleman's game.
And it was fourth time lucky for Law Connect skipper Christian Beck as his Super Maxi reigned in the Ando Comanche over the final approach to claim the line honours in the Sydney to Hobart yacht race by 51 seconds. The two big yachts had run neck and neck at the front of the fleet of more than 100 boats over 1,163 kilometres from Sydney Harbour to Tasmania's main southern port. Law Connect, which last won the race under the name Perpetual Loyal in 2016, had finished the runner-ups last year. Thousands of spectators gathered at Hobart's Constitution Dock to watch one of the closest finishes in the long history of Australia's most prestigious ocean race. Stormy weather had made conditions tough and winning time was 1 day, 19 hours and 3 minutes and 58 seconds.
We thought we'd definitely lost it like 15 minutes before because they were 3 miles ahead of us, kind of thing. So, because they took the lead pretty close to the line, we thought there's no way we could get it back. But the wind gust came around and miraculously it happened. So it was a complete surprise, to be honest.
In a resounding display of skill, dedication and determination, Indian contingent has etched its names in the annals of sporting history by securing a monumental century of medals at the 2023 Asian Games hosted in China. As the year draws to a close, India's athletes stand tall, having clinched an impressive total of 107 medals at the Asian Games in Hangzhou. In our next report, we take a sneak peek to India's historic run at the Asian Games. A 655-member Indian contingent participated at the Asian Games in Hangzhou. India finished their Asian Games campaign with a record haul of 107 medals. First time in the nation's history such an achievement has been realized. The Indian contingent amassed a total of 28 gold, 38 silver and 41 bronze medals during the course of the event. This remarkable medal haul represents India's most successful performance in a single edition of the quadrennial spectacle. The country ended at the 4th spot in the medal tally, behind China, Japan and Republic of Korea. In shooting, India surpassed its previous best of 14 medals achieved at Doha 2006 by securing 22 medals in China. Notably, 12 of these medals were earned in team events. The men's and women's cricket team and kabaddi team demonstrated their prowess, achieving double gold medals in their respective categories. India's dominance in compound archery was undeniable as nation secured all 5 gold medals on offer, with Jyoti Sureka Venom and Ojas Praveen achieving a rare treble. This success bodes well for compound archery's pursuit of a permanent place in the Olympic program leading up to the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics. In the realm of badminton, the pairing of Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty secured India's maiden gold medal with a convincing victory in the men's double final. The Indians' badminton squad's overall performance also earned them 3 medals, marking their second best showing at the Games. Athletics events were headlined by Neeraj Chopra's successful title defense in the javelin throw. Indian track and field athletes brought home 29 medals, 6 of them gold, making it India's best returns in athletics since its very first edition in 1951. The sport was single largest contributor to India's medal tally in the 19th Asian Games. Several of these medal-winning performances have not only brought glory to India but also secured athletes' berth for the Paris 2024 Olympics. The Indian men's hockey team secured a golden finish, while boxers Nikhat Zareen, Praveen, Preeti and Lavlina earned bronze medals, thereby guaranteeing their participation in the marquee event in the French capital. Sports Desk, DD India. So what a performance India had at the Asian Games. Now, Indian athletes have put up a stellar performance in the various sports in 2023. Track and field athlete Neeraj Chopra created history by becoming the first Indian to win gold in World Athletic Championship, while Indian archers, women boxers and young chess players proved their mettle in their respective sports to bring laurels to the nation. Here is a recap of their journey in 2023.
India's star athlete Neeraj Chopra created history in the World Championship. He achieved the feat of becoming the world champion for the first time by throwing 88.17 meters javelin in the competition. Neeraj is the first Indian to win a gold medal in the World Athletics Championship. Neeraj Chopra won the gold medal in the Asian Games. Meanwhile, Kishore Jena doubled the happiness of the countrymen by winning the silver medal. Among the women, Jyoti Yaraje attracted everyone's attention with a strong performance. Jyoti was successful in winning a silver medal in 100-meter hurdles in the Asian Games. Last year was quite memorable for Indian archery. From World Championships to Asian Games, Indian archers were successful in winning medals in almost all the competitions in which they participated. India succeeded in winning a total of 4 medals, including 3 gold and 1 bronze medal in the World Archery Championship held in Berlin. The Indian women's compound team of Jyoti Sureka Vennam, Aditi Gopichand Swami and Praneeth Kaur had won the World Archery Championship gold medal for the country for the first time in this event. Ojas Devtale was also successful in becoming the world champion. The Indian men's and women's compound team won 5 medals, including 2 gold and 3 bronze medals at the World Archery Championships 2023 Stage 4 in Paris. India's excellent performance was seen in the Women's World Boxing Championship held in Delhi. 4 Indian women boxers were successful in winning gold medals in different weight categories. Lavlina Borgohain won gold medal in 70 to 75 kg weight category, Nikhat Zareen in 48 to 50 kg weight category, Neetu Gangas in 45 to 48 kg weight category and Sweetie Bora won the gold medal in 75 to 81 kg weight category. Indian Grandmaster R. Pragnananda created history by reaching the final of the FIDE World Cup Chess. He had to face defeat from Magnus Carlsen in the final. He was the youngest player to reach the World Cup final. His sister R. Vaishali became the 3rd female chess player from India to become a Grandmaster. 17-year-old Ronak Sadhwani gave a strong performance and succeeded in becoming the Under-20 World Junior Rapid Chess Champion. Sports Desk, DD India.
India left an indelible mark at the 2023 Special Olympics in Berlin, showcasing the exceptional talent and determination. Athletes triumphed across diverse sports, highlighting the nation's commitment to inclusivity and sporting excellence on the global stage. Let's take a look how our special athletes fared at the Special Olympics Summer Games in Berlin. 193 athletes and unified partners and 57 coaches from India participated in 16 sports at the Special Olympics World Games held in Berlin from 17 to 25 June 2023. India finished their campaign at the World Games in Berlin on a high. India achieved a remarkable tally of 199 medals, including an impressive haul of 77 gold medals. Special Olympics Bharat President Malika Nadda hailed the achievement of the Indian special athletes. Indian contingent gave an extraordinary performance across various sports. 16 athletes participated in various track and field events, winning 13 medals. Athletics kick-started gold rush for India at the Berlin Summer Games. In badminton, SO Bharat team won 11 medals, including 6 gold, 4 silver and 1 bronze medal. 31 medals were won by a team of 16 roller skaters, which constituted the largest share of India's medal haul. 8 powerlifters won second largest medal haul of 23 in the total for India. Paddlers won 6 gold medals and 1 silver. India also performed exceptionally well in other sports as well, including lawn tennis, judo, handball and badminton. Sports Desk, DD India. Brazilian soccer legend Pelé, regarded as one of the all-time great, passed away 1 year ago on December 29, 2022. Born with the ball at his feet, Pelé's every movement, every pass, every goal was special. He impressed fans with his agility, technique and love for the game. Pelé won 3 World Cup tournaments with Brazil and scored 1,283 goals in his professional career. Here is a tribute to the football legend on his death anniversary.
Pelé, one of the most iconic sportsmen in history, passed away 1 year ago on December 29, 2022 from cancer at the age of 82. He won 3 World Cup tournaments with Brazil and 10 league titles with Santos, his club team. He also won 1977 North American Soccer League Championship with the New York Cosmos. Having come out of retirement at 34, he spent 3 seasons with the Cosmos on a crusade to popularize soccer in the United States. In his 21-year career, Pelé scored 1,283 goals in 1,367 professional matches, including 77 goals for the Brazilian national team. Many of those goals became legendary, but Pelé's influence on the sport went well beyond scoring. He helped create and promote the beautiful game, a style that valued clever ball control, inventive pinpoint passing, and a voracious appetite for attacking. Pele not only played it better than anyone, he also championed it around the world. Among his athletic assets was a remarkable center of gravity. Like other sports, soccer has evolved. Today, many of its stars can execute acrobatic shots or rapid-fire passing sequences. But in his day, Pele's playmaking and scoring skills were stunning. After retiring from playing, Pele became an ambassador for the sport, touring the globe meeting Nelson Mandela, Bill Clinton and soccer legends including Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff and Franz Beckenbauer.
As the year 2023 draws to a close, we leave you with some images that encapsulates euphoria, ecstasy, celebration and the special moments of the sporting world in 2023. Let's take a look.